where the front started from. This is the beginning point. As you can see, it came down. This is your waistline. This line you're seeing, the black line is the waistline. So you can see at the side, they all started from the same spot. For your side, that's the out seam. Then for your inseam, they all started from the crotch depth. This is your crotch depth. Now when you compare the crotch this depth for your front, you can see it's shorter than the one for the back because of your distance board. Then you can see where this one from your waistline it came down, and for the back line it went up. So these are the major differences you will be seeing when you're drafting your pattern, so you don't get overwhelmed along the line. Okay, we have our measurements, and I said I measured in inches, and these are paper. I was thinking whether we should draft both front and back of the same paper, but right now I think I want to just draft the front pattern only on this paper, after which we'll draft the back pattern on another paper. So we have our measurement down. So right now, the waist circumference you divide by 4. Are you getting? So we had 26. When you divide by 4, we got a 6.5. Then you also divide your hip circumference by 4. So that gave us a 9.25. So with that, I want you to draw a line or a rectangular line that will capture. Always don't start from the beginning. Leave a little space before you start drafting your pattern. So rule this line. I'm expecting that this line is your desired pant length from your waist to your hemline. Then, then you also, let's say this is our waist line. That's the starting point. Remember where we tied the string. Okay, so once you've done this, now you measure. That's 1/4 of your waist circumference, and for our model we have 1/4 of your hip circumference. For our model we have a 9.25. So this is 9 inches. 9.25 will be at this point. 9.25. You can take it down, measure at strategic places so that you can 9.25 all the way down. 9.25, sorry. 9.25. 9.25. 9.25. 9.25. So you connect all your dots together. This is 1/4 of your hip circumference. Don't forget the widest part of the hip. So this rectangle we have here is 1/4 of our hip circumference. Now, and we said this is our waist line. So next line you need is your hip line, and we got for our model 8 inches. So we measure 8 inches from here to this point. So you can rule this. So this is your hip line. Next thing you need is your crotch depth, and for her we got 11 inches. So you still measure from your waistline, get your 11 inches. Don't forget we are drafting the front pant pattern. Then you can measure to the knee as your knee line. This is your crotch depth. Measure to your knee. Her knee we got 21 inches. So this is the knee line. Then the length of our trouser is 39. I don't know if our paper is up to that, but even at that, you can see. So we're having 34 inches here. So it's still not up to the length of our trouser. We can still work with this for now. So now you can see we have all our guidelines. After you've gotten this, next thing you need to do is to input your actual measurements. Let's start with the waistline. So for your waistline, like I told you, that this is what your pattern looks like. So you're going to come down by 1 inch. So from this point, I should start now. Okay. So we said we are coming down by 1 inch, as you can see. Then you also go in by 1 inch. So this will be where we'll be starting from. So from this point, you measure 1/4 of your waist circumference to this line, connect it to this line. So we have 6.5 inches. So this is 6.5. From this to this point. Here to this 5. Now on your crotch depth line, you measure at your front crotch, and the measurement is 15% of 1/4 of your hip measurement. Now 15% is 0.15, and our mother's 1/4 of our hip measurement is 9.25. So 15% of 9.25 is going to give us 1.3. So that will be the length of this line. This is 1. 1.3 will be somewhere around there. So you rule this line. 1.3. Then at angle 45 degrees, you measure at 0.5 inches. That's here. You rule this line at angle 45 degrees, 0.5 inches. So this is our hip measurement. So you're not going to alter it. You connect this to your hip. Then with your curve, a French curve, you connect this to this other line. Okay. So you can use a ruler to get this to your hip measurement. Then once you have get the midpoint of this line, that's 8.5. Half of it will be 4.25. You can move it out by 0.5, and then just for you to be able to get a curve. So once you've done this, you connect this from your crotch to your knee line. You can also get the same for you to get that perfect curve. Get the midpoint. This is 10, midpoint will be 5. I take it in by 0.5, so you can with your distance connect the curve. Then here you come in by 1 inch. Wherever you have, you take it all the way down. That's the same 1 inch to your desired pant length. So with this measurement, this will give you your basic pant front pattern. Now, if you now want to make other forms of trouser like your palazzo, culottes, and all that, you just need to make an adjustment to this. Where you can now confirm, okay, I'm making a pencil trouser, probably you need to come in with the actual knee measurement. But you can see we didn't measure her knee circumference. So if you took your model's knee circumference, you can always confirm if this is actually give you the real measurement that will size your model. So this is your complete front pant pattern. So go ahead and draft the back. For instance, like I told you, so observe as I implement all of that. So we are going to still go in by 1 inch, and they are going to move up by 1 inch as well. Yes. So from this point, you can now measure 1/4 of your hip circumference. You can actually add 1 inch for your dart allowance. So altogether we have 6.5, and then if you add a 1 inch your dart allowance, that will be 7.5. So on this line, from that your starting point to this line, it connects that. So this line is our waist circumference plus 1 inch dart allowance, and then you are going to connect this thing to your. So we need to make some adjustments here. So your hip line. So this is 1 inch coming in, and this is 1 inch up. So it shouldn't be this way. So from this line, you measure your 7.5. So it will come a little bit to this point. Okay. Yeah, then your hip, connect your waistline to your hip. So for you to get the position for your dart, get the midpoint of what you have from this. That your 7.25 line, 7.5 line. The midpoint will be this 7. That will be 3.25. This will be the center of your dart. So you are going to mark ½ inch on this side, another one on this side. You can take it down by just 3 inches, is okay. Connect this and this. So this is your dart, of which you've already factored in this into your measurement. So right now, like I told you, for the crotch, this thing is 3 times what you have for your front crotch measurement. So for the front, we got a 1.3. So when you multiply it by 3, we're having 4.17. So you measure that outwards. This 4.5, this 4.17 will be somewhere around there. So you take it straight down. Now at angle 45 degrees, you are going to measure out 2 inches will be fine, or 1.75. Let's go with 2. And then you are going to connect with a curve that will pass through that your 2 inches line, your hip measurement, and then your back crotch. So take it carefully while you do that. Gradually blend it into this line. Yeah. Once you have this, from your knee line, measure out 1 inch outwards. This is 1. So this is where you'll be bringing this to. The back pattern is usually wider than the front. I believe you know why already. So from this your 1 inch, wherever you have on this your knee line, you take it all the way straight down to your desired pant length. Then you can come in here by 1/2 inch, just for you to get that curve on your outer seam. Connect these two. So take it straight down to your hemline. Okay, this pattern is actually complete. Please don't forget that this pattern that we drafted both for the front and the back, we didn't add any seam allowance. We didn't add any sewing allowance, if you call it sewing allowance or seam allowance. So you don't make mistake of just cutting exactly what you have on your fabric. If you do that, you'll be making a pant smaller than what you planned making in the first place. So this is our back pattern, and the other one we have, this is the front. As you can see, this is the back and this is the front pattern. So next, what we'll be doing next is to cut out the patterns, and then we'll be able to cut this pattern on our fabric. You might want to add your seam allowance, that's sewing allowance first, before cutting this seam. So you don't make mistake of saying I will add it later.